What's up? Welcome into your Daily Buckeye Blitz for a Tuesday, June 18th, 2024. Holy crap. This month is flying by too. Summer just blows right through here, which is good and bad. It means we're getting closer to Buckeye football. What are we, we're down to 10 Saturdays, I think. 10 Saturdays to go. So you got to enjoy that, but you still got to get outside and enjoy your summer if you're living in a up north kind of state. Today we're talking about Phil Steele. I got the Phil Steele magazine. I got the digital version right now. Still waiting on the hard copy in the mail. Of course, not a big fan of USPS. They're a constant pain in my ass. But anyway, yeah, moving is not easy when you have to have your mail redirected. But enough about the move. So it's time to turn our sights towards the national picture at times. I know we get bunkered into our Buckeye, kind of basement here, but occasionally we got to stick our heads up and look around and see what the landscape looks like. So we're going to talk strength of schedule 2024 for any team that matters, really. I probably should pull up the schedules. That would be helpful, right? Anyway, so we're talking, where's the schedules? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so we're going to go through, we'll do most of the SEC, Big Ten, Notre Dame, I suppose. And what I'm starting to notice, just looking at this from a big picture point of view, is that basically all of the Power Four teams, yes, Power Four, I'm trying to train my brain to stop saying five, Power Four teams, they're all 70th or under, 70th or lower in strength of schedule. So like North Carolina at 69, nice. They are the last Power Four team with the toughest schedule. They have the easiest schedule. So from 70 all the way to 134th, those are all group of five teams. So this conference realignment is really pointing out to me that the first half of this, the top 70 teams are mostly the Power Four, so the strength of schedule is getting compressed and it's getting harder for everybody across the country, especially in the SEC and Big Ten, where you just added some really difficult teams, with Texas and Oklahoma joining the SEC, Oregon, UCLA, USC, and Washington joining the Big Ten. So I'm starting to see a compression here of the front half of this strength of schedule. So, yeah, let's go through it. So starting off, Florida. I don't know how Billy Napier keeps his job after this year. This poor bastard. He had the seventh toughest schedule last year. This year, first. Not to be outdone. It's so awesome. I don't really care about the guy. I feel kind of bad that back-to-back seasons. He took the job knowing the schedule coming up for the most part. I mean, conference schedules and stuff. So, yeah, he's screwed. He's done. I don't know if he makes it through the year. He could get fired at the cocktail party. Anyways, then you got UCLA, USC at 2 and 3. Those guys, yeah, welcome to the Big Ten. This is not the Pac-12 anymore with your cupcake, Utah States or whatever. It's tough fucking schedules. You're in the Big Ten. Then you got Georgia Tech, Houston, Purdue is the next Big Ten team. Yeah, it's going to be a tough season for them. West Virginia, then Georgia. Georgia is obviously number one in most polls right now. They're 8th in the country. It's about time. It's about time some of these freaking SEC teams and all these, top 5 teams in the country start playing real schedules. Let's see if we can pull up Georgia's schedule here real quick. Sorry, one sec. So, yeah, you're looking at Clemson at Bama. Clemson game's in Atlanta, by the way, so it should be a home game for them. Then at Bama, Auburn, at Texas. Hello. Um, Cocktail party against Florida. At Ole Miss, they're loaded up on offense anyway. Um, Tennessee is in Athens. So yeah, that's a aggressive schedule, I would say. Um, and last year, let me see where they were last year. Georgia. Oh yeah, I'm still looking. Yeah, they were 41st in the country. So no respect for that. Welcome to a difficult schedule. Bama is ninth. Hello, same story here. They were 12th last year, so back-to-back seasons. It's probably why Saban got the hell out of town. Bama's schedule at Wisconsin is week 3 for them. Then Georgia, the Cox at Tennessee. That's going to be a tough game. At LSU, oof, it's going to be a night game. At Oklahoma, it's a coin flip, in my opinion. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see what Oklahoma has on offense. But then Auburn, of course, to finish the season. So they don't have that cupcake leading up to the Iron Bowl anymore. They got Mercer prior to Oklahoma, then Auburn. So Oklahoma, Auburn back to back. That's a tough finish to your season. All right. So let's go to Stanford 10, Virginia 11, Florida State is 12. I don't really care about ACC that much. I mean, I don't think Florida State's going to be that good. Um, Colorado 13. Hello, Dion. How's that taste? Coach Prime. I think the team wins for Prime this year was over under 5.5 or 4.5. I have to double check. I know I took the under regardless. I think it was 5.5. So Colorado 13th toughest schedule. I probably should point out how Phil comes up with these rankings. He uses 9 sets of power rankings that he comes up with. Then he also factors in the number of home and away games that each team plays. So, like for example, not everybody plays an even 6-6 schedule, home and away. Some teams will have as many as 8 home games, and some will have as many as 8 on the road. So that's how he factors in these toughest schedules. The Cheaters coming in at 15. We're going to skip ahead a little bit. So yeah, the Cheaters, looking at their schedule here, start off easy against Fresno State, but then they got to go. They have Texas coming in, so Longhorns are going up north early in the season. Then you got USC coming to town. That's going to be a ball game. I think they lose to Texas. USC is a coin flip. Then they go to Washington. Could be a coin flip there. Sparty, Illinois. Then Oregon comes to town. See, these fucking cheaters, pardon my French, no thanks. They get really lucky with the schedule. All their tough games are at home. Texas, USC, Oregon comes to town in November. And then they do have to come to Columbus for their ass kicking. So, yeah, that's a tough schedule, man. 15th. Oklahoma, they're 17th and breaking in a new quarterback, I believe. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with them. Still surprised that they let Dylan Gabriel go. Thought that was odd. I'm not a Gabriel fan whatsoever, but I thought it was odd that they just let him walk with one more year of eligibility. Um, Oklahoma's schedule, they got Tennessee at Auburn, Texas, the Cox at Ole Miss, Missouri would even be a ball game, and then Bama LSU. It's a tough finish. Oh man, I would not want a part of that. Then you got dropping down a little bit, Wisconsin 20th. Tough year for Luke, back-to-back seasons. Sparty at 22. Oh, LSU at 26. Let's look at their schedule real quick, see what they got going on. They have USC with the banger right off the rip here in Vegas. The Cox, UCLA, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Bama, Florida, and Oklahoma. So some tough games mixed in there. Uh, then 28, you got Clemson finally showing up. Let's look at these people. Use use good language today. Try. All right, right off the bang. Week one, Georgia in Atlanta. I think Clemson's going to get smoked. I think the spread's already like almost 2 touchdowns, like 13 and a half, something like that. Then they go to Florida State. They'll probably win that. Then this ACC schedule, is a freaking cupcake. NC State, Stanford, Florida State. Yeah, Stanford, ACC foe. Virginia, Wake, Louisville, Tech, Pitt, the Citadel, and then the Cox to finish the season. So, yeah, that's not a tough schedule. Buckeyes come in at 35th. We know the schedule. I pretty much know it by heart, but I can read it off here right quick. Cupcakes through game 4, Iowa game 5, so half a cupcake. Then you go to Oregon, tough game. Nebraska comes to town, should be an easy dub. Will be a ball game in the first half though. Then to Penn State, then Purdue at Northwestern in Wrigley Field for some godforsaken reason. Indiana, then the cheaters come to town to get their face kicked in. So 35th, Buckeyes are always up in there, in the top 40 at least. We were 25th last year, so a little bit easier schedule this year. Texas coming in at 36. Let's check on those clowns real quick. They got start off with Colorado State. Pumpkin. Then they go to the cheaters. Then a couple garbage games: UTSA, UL Monroe, Mississippi State. There's 3 easy ones. Then Oklahoma, Red River. Then Georgia, Oklahoma, Georgia back to back. Those are some sledgehammer games. Vandy, Florida, Arkansas, Kentucky, A&M. So, yeah, not too tough a schedule there. Oregon coming in at 41st. We know their schedule for the most part, but we can run through it real quick. You got they started with Idaho, Boise State, Oregon State, UCLA. So kind of mirrors our schedule. Cupcakes until we come to town, October 12th. Then they got Purdue, Illinois, the Cheaters, Maryland, Wisconsin, Washington. So, yeah, not a difficult schedule. Pretty easy for them. I was going to look and see where they were last season. I think they had an easy one last year as well. Oregon, it's Oregon State. They were 62nd last year. Yeah, very easy schedule. Yeah, you're not going to see these Power 5, Power 4 teams, my bad, in outside of the top half of these toughest schedule rankings. Finishing up, Penn State, 49th. I haven't looked at their schedule in quite a while. Let's see what they got. West Virginia, Bowling Green, Kent, Illinois, UCLA, at USC, at Wisconsin. Buckeyes come to town to get your dicks kicked in. Home against Washington, then Purdue, Minnesota, Maryland. It's very easy outside of Ohio State, USC, maybe Wisconsin. So probably 2 or 3 losses. Typical Franklin kind of season, The Domers, Notre Dame. Let's check these guys out. They're coming in here at 57th. Notre Dame has at A&M, then Northern Illinois, Purdue, Miami of Ohio, Louisville, Stanford, G-Tech, Navy, Florida State, Virginia, Army, at USC. That is a cream puff kind of schedule. Bookended with at A&M and at USC. They're going to learn right off the bat what they have against A&M, but then this ACC schedule is just straight up trash. God, it's terrible. So yeah, very easy schedule. They're one of the easiest in the Power 4. So And like I mentioned, North Carolina is the last Power 14 in these rankings at 69th. So we'll get back into some Buckeye football tomorrow. We'll talk some recruiting this week, get you updated on last week's official visitors, the upcoming official visitors. Well, this is the last official visit weekend for recruits this coming weekend. So that's all I got for you today. Hey, hit the BuckeyeCast.com. Check out the gear. Excuse me. Check out the video vault. I'll talk to you later. Good Bucks.